I'm Caden Livy. I'm here with Zoe Rojewat and Anna Melody. We're here to interview the Democratic candidate for District 4 Forest Preserve. And can you introduce yourself for the voters watching at home?
Yeah, certainly. I'm Jeff Gahris. I am an incumbent and eager to run again. My interest in the Forest Preserve probably goes back to when I was a young boy living in a rural area, small town. We had chickens and we had a cow. We enjoyed living with nature a lot, and that's sort of part of my DNA. That's one reason why I'm running for re-election, because I think there's a lot of exciting things we can be doing at the Forest Preserves in DuPage County.
All right, what qualifications do you have that make you stand out for this position?
Oh, well, I have an engineering degree, and there's a lot of technical aspects to the job, understanding how things work at a forest preserve, a lot of nuts and bolts. I have a master's degree in environmental science, and a lot of experience in government, over 30 years working at state and federal level, and had some local experience with the Village of Glen Ellen as a volunteer commissioner for the Environmental Commission there. So I kind of know how things work from A to Z in government, and that includes grant money and complex regulations and anything that I think that all that kind of experience, I think, really helps. It's made my job much easier than my first 2 years in office.
What policies, projects, or ideas will you implement should you be elected, re-elected?
Well, we got a lot of good things going on. I promised I would bring more solar energy to the preserves, and we're doing that, and we got more coming. And we're going to do this in a way that actually save taxpayers a lot of money, and it'd be good for the environment. We're trying to address climate change. I'll be working on trail connections and making trails accessible so people can get out into nature and experience it more intimately. And let's see, there's other things. I think Willowbrook is a good example. We're modernizing Willowbrook as a animal hospital, and we're going to re-envision this as a place where people will become engaged with animal care, and there'll be an area behind Willowbrook that I think will be fantastic in terms of making it more accessible to people to understand what nature is and how animals work in nature and how they live there. And when we try to restore the health of an animal, we can bring them right back out into the natural setting.
How will you engage with the community and get them excited about nature?
Well, Willowbrook's a good start. And we just voted on a major renovation of that facility. This past week we made that vote. And another thing I like to do is I like to lead hikes. I have an informal group of people, and I invite anybody to join me, and we hike at different places. And usually it's to go to places where we have environmental restoration going on, or some other special projects. So there's sort of a teaching element to it. Like at Blackwell, we can go and look at how we meander the stream, and people can see how beautiful it is now and how wildlife is returning to that area. So that's just an example. I also believe in accessibility. If people have disabilities, if they're differently abled, they should be able to have access as well. And one thing we just installed a new accessible kayak launch at Blackwell, so it's easier to get into the water. So there's just so many ways that people can get engaged with getting out in nature and enjoying themselves with different sports, from biking to cycling. I'm an avid cyclist myself. So there's a lot of opportunity there, I think, to get people excited. And with the pandemic, it was really important. I think the number of people who attended or visited during the last couple of years is up 50%. There's a lot more. And people have been telling me all the time that they really, really found it important to be out in nature when they were cooped up at home otherwise. So.
All right, is there anything else you would like to cover that you didn't get a chance to say?
Yes, my name is a little bit hard to spell, and I actually came up with something here just for fun about the letters of my name. First of all, I think the letter G means good government. I'm a strong proponent of effective, good government. I've had enough experience to help make that happen. Access, giving people, A is for access, giving people the opportunity to be out in nature. H is history. I'm a Midwesterner, and I have a sense of place. Grew up in the Midwest all my life, but there are Native Americans here before us. And we actually have an opportunity to bring a Native American presence at Churchill Woods coming up. So that's an example of what I think the sense of history is important. R is B for respect. I think we need to respect our natural resources, the animals that live there. We need to respect the people of various backgrounds who are using the preserves, and we try to make it amenable for everybody to attend and enjoy our preserves. I is for inclusive, which I think really means anybody should have access and feel comfortable there. Service, S is for service. I believe in giving back to the community. I believe in making DuPage County a better place, and I think we're in a good position to do that going forward. So, thank you very much. It was enjoyable speaking with you today.
All right, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, great.